welcome back. Today you see the thumbnail, you see the title of the video. Today I thought it would be interesting to do a reading on Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift. Because if you haven't heard, well, at least I haven't heard, I didn't know these two were beefing. I thought these two were, cordial at least to each other. But according to some sources online, people think that Olivia Rodrigo is aiming for Taylor Swift's spot and trying to take the girl out. That she is supposedly supposed to be the replacement. And I wonder, in a little sense, if Taylor Swift is a little threatened or off or put off by it, because I don't know, me personally, Olivia Rodrigo kind of gives me Katy Perry energy. And if you don't know her and Taylor Swift and Katy Perry had like a nasty feuds, okay? And the Hollywood spear going on around here. I don't know if the Hollywood spear is a real place, but I'm saying is in the worlds of Hollywood. They used to be friends and then they fell out. And it was nasty work, okay? People did not like what was going on with that there. That was just atrocious what they was doing to each other. I say mainly on Taylor Swift parts, but that's just me. But I cannot believe I just did that accent. Katy Perry and Taylor Swift just got into a really nasty feud, and it was just... Yeah, they were talking about bad blood between each other, and what else came up? Swish Wish came out of that. What else? I think it was stuff about dancers and stuff that came up. I don't know. I didn't know the whole feud. I'm sorry. I was a I'm not apologizing. I'm a Katy Perry stan, so I'm not even going to say stan. I'm a Katy Perry fan. I do not like Taylor Swift. It's not anything I'm hiding about that. I don't really care. But for the premise of this and for the course of the duration of this reading, I am going to try to take my biased opinion out of this, because I really don't have a dog in this fight when it comes to Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift. I really don't care for either one of these. I think I probably heard an album's worth of music between the two of these celebrities. So that lets you know where I am. So with all of that being said, I just kind of want to see is there really beef here, or is this just another thing that the industry is marking up because they just want it to be something when it's really a nothing burger. Okay. But before I get into that, I do want to lay down a few ground rules and parameters here. So, we're all on the same page. You're wondering like, hey, what does she mean by reading? If you're new here, you're probably wondering that. And what I mean by reading is a tarot reading. I use tarot cards to kind of get a bead on exactly what's going on, what kind of messages the universe is deeming me worthy to relate to you all, or deeming me worthy to know at all. Sometimes I don't relate everything. So I just kind of want to get in the middle of this and see what's going on. With that being said, because this is an intuitive reading, I'm tapping into interpretations, or at least my own interpretations of what I'm getting. There is room here for there to be misinterpretations and for things to not be true. It could be false, or, a little askew, like maybe I said a gender wrong, or, the timing was wrong, but everything else is right. So some things will be a little off. So don't take everything I say as like the end all be all. Take it with a grain of salt. I just want you all to be, I just want us all to be above board and clear about that. I just don't want you to expect that I'm going to get everything 100% right. Even the greatest have had it wrong, okay? So, if I knew everything, I wouldn't need these freaking cards. You wouldn't need to be here either, because, that's part of the human experience. We're not going to be right and know everything all the time, okay? So, now that I have had that spiel out of the way, the second disclaimer that I have, the second part of this housekeeping rules and parameters that we have, is that I have to say this as a, just to protect myself and all of you that are here. The disclaimer being that all statements made in this video are for entertainment purposes only, okay? Again, tarot should not be the end all be all. That is, you are the end all be all at the end of the day, because you should be exercising your power of discernment. You should be picking up on certain things that's going to resonate, that's going to be true, and certain things that isn't. Okay. And if you don't, I'm going to need you to start practicing that. Okay. Start tapping into that. The power of discernment is good in everyday life. I don't care if it's dealing with spiritual stuff like this. It could be talking to your boss. Exercise that power of discernment. Okay? So now that we have the housekeeping rules and those boundaries and the disclaimer out of the way, we can get into this reading. So this is probably like the third video I have done on Taylor Swift and her alleged feuds with people. I have done a reading on Katy Perry. This was probably like last year sometime. You can check it out here. All iCards will be up here. I also have done a reading on Taylor Swift and Beyonce. I'll sprinkle that in here as well. You can see that at the top. Or if you scroll down to the descriptions or more info on this video, you can see it in the drop down and you can click on that there. And I think I've also done a reading on Taylor Swift and Drake. Or am I confusing that? I don't know. All of the readings I've done on Taylor Swift, you will see them. I'll tag them in here on the iCard so you can see them. But this is my first reading on Olivia Rodrigo. So let's see. We're going to start with her first. So what has flipped over my hand, where was it? Oh, it was further down, is the King of Swords and the Seven of Swords here. And don't tell me it's a man backstabbing in here. Who was Taylor Swift's manager that she recently left because he was like buying all her publishing or trying to sell it or something? I don't know if he has any involvement with Olivia Rodrigo, but this is the industry. I'm not surprised. Wouldn't surprise me if that did come up. Okay, so I have yet again 2 cards for Olivia Rodrigo, and these did hit the table. So let's make sure this is nice and crisp for you all. I have the 2 of Cups in the upright, but the 10 of Cups is coming up in the reverse. I had a whole book flip over in my hand for Taylor Swift. I'm not going to read those off. Okay, and this is Taylor Swift's energy. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So, of course, this is about money for her. Are we surprised? So, I'm not surprised that we have the King of Pentacles here coming up for Taylor Swift because if you all don't know, on the urban streets, a lot of people like to call her chart obsessed. A lot of people think that she is also awarded a lot of things that maybe she isn't necessarily deserving of. I kind of get that, well, it's not I kind of get, I do get that Taylor Swift is like the industry's darling, okay? Yes, if you see the lighting change, I felt we needed a lighting change for this, because, yeah, so I get that Taylor Swift is the industry darling. They use her for a lot of propaganda and messaging. A lot of different countries like her because she helps generate money. I mean, look at the economy, how everyone last year was talking about how much her Eras tour was helping stimulate the American economy. So she's like the American or the Hollywood sweetheart, and she's kind of like the workhorse. Everyone kind of like counts on her to keep things kind of going. So I'm not surprised that the Pentacles is coming up for her. The King of Pentacles at that. The Knight of Pentacles, sorry. Is her and Olivia dropping around the same time? Questions that need answers. I'm going to look it up after this. And the energies between them, we have the Star in reverse. It is the battle of the stars. The underlying energy is the Knight of Wands in reverse as well. So there is some not so nice stuff going on here. The other underlying energy is the Hierophant, and we also have the Queen of Pentacles. So money, money, monies. And the Ace of Wands, the struggle here. Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Wheel. I'm not surprised if these two are being pitted against each other. I think even though Olivia Rodrigo is the underdog in this, I also kind of feel like they're kind of setting her up just in case Taylor Swift fail. They have someone who can kind of fill the spot. And I think there is some people, or at least a male figure predominantly, that is kind of like the mastermind or the instrumental piece in making sure this happens in some sense. Like, I kind of feel like Olivia feels like it's like friendly competition. Like, yeah, you should go up against your rival. I'm ready to test my mettle up against Taylor Swift's mettle and see kind of like who comes out on top. But I think Taylor Swift, you know, because of where she is and how she came up in the industry, she kind of see the writing on the wall, essentially. Like, no, little girl, I see exactly what you're here for, why you're here. And this is to replace me. It's to take some of the power. It's to take my place, essentially. So I do feel like that is something that's coming up here. But going to Olivia Rodrigo's energy, because she's not coming through really clear for me on this. I feel like I'm picking up on the people around her and Taylor Swift and stuff more than I am her. So she does have the Two of Cups here and the Ten of Cups. So the Two of Cups usually talks to usually speaks to an agreement. Sometimes it's going to be a matrimony, a partnership, a loving partnership, some kind of nourishing partnership that's kind of coming up here, something that is mutually beneficial. And then she also has a Ten of Cups, which is confusing because it's coming up in reverse. So the Ten of Cups usually speaks to kind of like, I think of the Ten of Cups as kind of like the family card. So I don't know if, because of the agreement or the arrangement she's having with this partnership, is causing disharmony in her family, or is going against like the morals and values that her family has instilled in her. But she's like, you know, I'm willing to do what it takes. Yeah, I think it's kind of like causing some kind of division in her family life, her personal life here with the Ten of Cups, this agreement that she has here. So yeah. And then again here with the Star card coming up in reverse, like, yes, a Star card could potentially just speaking to their star power, but to me sometimes the Star can also speak to kind of like depression. It can also speak to things of like dissatisfaction, things not being fulfilled, things not happening the way that you quite wanted them to. The Star card could also speak to things of like just things like not being fair. It could also sort of deal with maybe external forces, the Knight of Wands here coming up in reverse, that is kind of like stealing from your pleasure, keeping you unfocused, essentially. There could also be a thing here of like hopelessness is also a word. Hopelessness, that was a word I was trying to work my way around to. But with the Knight of Wands coming up here in reverse, ooh, there is a man in this picture. I don't care what anybody say. Y'all can tell me it's not a man. I feel like it's a man. It's somebody who is I don't know, looking to get their lick back. And if it's not a man, it's probably Taylor Swift looking to get her lick back or something. Or her lick back. I don't know if there was a beef here between the two previously and they were just playing it nice in front of the camera. But it just looks like somebody is like, I want my lick back. I don't care what it takes. So yeah, let's see if I can dive into this a bit more. And don't beat me up. I need to stop singing that song. Okay. Okay. We have the, here we go, the vow. There was some kind of promise that was made. The crone. Yeah, this makes you, again, I see you, and see the crone is also holding a coin here as well. It's like, I see you. I know what you're here for. I know what's going on, what this is about. It's funny that Taylor Swift is coming up like this in this reading to me, because I feel like in my reading that I did on her and Beyonce, it's okay. Like, she's sunning Olivia Rodrigo in this reading, but I feel like the reading that I did on her and Beyonce, which you can see here, Beyonce was kind of giving her that same energy of like, I'm sunning you. Like, I already know what this is about. You don't see it because you're living in the bubble. You're the industry favorite, but you're not seeing what's really going on behind the scenes. It seems like you don't even want to recognize it, because it could hurt your little fragile ego. And in this one, it's like, she's like, maybe not trying to hurt or like crap on Olivia Rodrigo, but she's like, you're not really the problem. It's the people behind you. Like, I'm sunning you right now. Like, you're not even the threat. You're not the problem. You wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for the people behind you. Like, I see what the freak is going on. Like, I see y'all. Like, and what do you know? Mirror parts here is coming up as well. Like, I see you. You supposed to be me, and like, we supposed to be mirroring each other. They are pretty much like modeling you after other particular people, and I don't like that. Oh, this didn't actually hit the table, but I just want you to know that's what flipped over in my hand. It's like they're counterparts, mirror images, yeah, of each other, mirror copy. Okay, that's a lot trying to come out. Okay. So we are also going to note that these two flipped over in my hand, but what actually hit the table was the thread. I'm getting what links these two together. There's something about a line here, because the fault line, the thread, these all look like lines, like barriers, boundaries that should not be crossed. And then we also have the poet. Isn't her album the Tortured Poets Department? My dog is so rude, bro. And we have the poets here. See, I asked it, is Taylor Swift about to say something about maybe not specifically Olivia Rodrigo, but maybe some of the people in the industry that's like trash talked her, baby? Is it like her purging her thoughts about some of the people in the industry and the way the industry is ran? It almost feels like she's trying to leave a... It almost feels like she's trying to leave a blueprint like Nicki did with Pink Print. Like, I'm going to show you other pop girlies how to get here. That's wild. That's wild. I'm getting some Britney-esque pop Bible. Why do it sound like I'm saying pop bottle, like a British person? But I mean pop Bible type of blueprint here. I need to pronunciate. Jesus. I do feel something about a promise is definitely coming up strong and true. Some promise, agreement, something like that is coming up very strongly with Olivia Rodrigo. And I don't, did they promise her that she could be the next Taylor Swift or something? Or like, hey, if you do X, Y, and Z, we'll get you there. Like, you just have to listen to us. Okay, this flipped over in my hand. Star cross. We had the stars here. It's the battle of the stars. I always say this is like too many hands in the pot. This is my too many hands in the pot card. It's a holistic synergy. Again, to me, I say it feels like there's a strong team or machine behind, or a strong person at least behind Olivia Rodrigo, trying to kind of like push her into certain places. Look at this. Covetous designs. I'm being summoned to auntie duties. Okay, so I gotta wrap this up. Oh my God, but I want to get into this more. Oh. Okay. Misleading minds. And then we also have immaculate imperfection. And the immaculate imperfection card to me always brings about I'm thinking of that Pussycat Doll song, like Don't You Wish Your Girlfriend Was Hot Like Me. But the immaculate imperfection kind of brings about that energy of like, you wish you were like me, don't you? You envy me. Like the world revolt, like the whole universe, like don't nothing move unless I tell it to kind of energy. That's what the immaculate imperfection brings me. I'm sorry, that's just kind of like the energy I get. The misleading minds, the covetous designs, the too many hands in the pie, the star cross. It just feels like there's a lot of work behind the scenes to create this kind of like rifts here. And it's crazy. It's something about Taylor Swift's album that's coming through, and it's not coming through really clear for me. But I mentioned her album before I even got that poet card. And I said it feels like something. Yeah, something about the album is coming through. I just keep getting like blueprint. There's something about a blueprint. Or maybe she's leaving like... not notes, clues. And again, to me, just it don't feel, and I do not mean to crap on Olivia Rodrigo. Again, like I said, I don't know much about her, but to me, you know, I'm not going to disregard her talent and, you know, the hard work it takes to, even if you're following a recipe that somebody gave you, you still have your own tweaks and polishes that you're probably going to do to it to make it fit you, hopefully. If you're a true artist, hopefully. But I just feels like there's a lot of dependence or codependence on maybe people behind her kind of like helping create her formula. That's the best way I can explain it. It definitely feels like there's somebody in the background that's helping like guide and steer this along, steer her career along for sure. And I think that's where the real rift is coming up at between Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo, allegedly. I think it's the people behind the scenes or maybe the music industry itself. But I think maybe that's what it is coming up with the Tortured Poets Department. Maybe there's a thing here, a messaging of like, I don't like how the industry is ran either, because now I'm at the top and people don't like to see you winning for so long. Now here they come, you know, you built me up to be the darling, but then at the same time you have I don't know, maybe those people at the bottom, those crabs in the barrel, or maybe even some people at the top that's like, okay, well, it's time to usher in somebody else because they're, you know, the industry is very ageist. You know, they always want to see an underdog win. It's always time for someone else to come up. It's always time for someone else to be at bat. And although, you know, at one point in time that helped benefit me, I don't like that now it's starting to be a problem because people feel like I probably got too big for my britches or something like that. Maybe that's where the Tortured Poets Department is coming up at. I need to delve into this some more, but I'm not going to be able to do it now. I have to go. Let me know what you all think down in the comments section below. This is getting pretty deep, interesting to me. I kind of want to get into this more. But again, maybe you Olivia Rodrigo fans or you T Swift fans can give me more insight and guidance onto why this may be coming up or what exactly the energy that I'm picking up on, because I can't quite put a finger on it. So let me know down in the comment section below. If you want to see a part 2 of this, also let me know in the comment section. If you like this reading, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more of my readings, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, making sure to hit it to all so you can see the next time I upload. And with that, I wish you all a lovely and a blessed day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.